can dial it up with your money sun compass. You put a stick straight, and you line it up, the shadow with the time it is. It's 12 o'clock now. There's your north-south line. Okay? Right, perfect.
So here's the problem, you know, everybody loves common names. And when you have this kind of diversity, common names are just impossible to figure out. So what you really want to do is you want to group mushrooms together that look similar. These ones have pores, they all have a rough stem, and or pores or tubes. And so these are all in a family called Lexinum.
Sound this is
when you're looking for a rat root, there's no other leafy plant that does a seed head like that.
Anybody else down here?
Advertising.
So, Colleen and I are Venture Alive. You know, lots of some we don't. So we're more or less a full-time gig at it. Lots of canoeing stuff. We do lots of canoeing and canoe trips. We also have cabin rentals and a little campground type thing at our place, and that's where we base out of. So people are coming there and hanging out with us now, and then we can do canoeing from there, and we can do bushcrafty wilderness skills kind of stuff there too. And we're often traveling within this circle and helping out with Karamat whenever we can too. We do some winter stuff too. So we've got this winter, one of the big things this winter is it's called Life on the Trap Line. It's not a course on how to become a trapper, but it's actually not even about trapping animals that much. It's more so a course to see how the heck you walk up a river and spend 3 days on a trap line with a toboggan behind you or in a snowmobile, and all the skills that takes. Because I've kind of come to realize that those trappers, if you want to know what it was like to be really bushcrafting when rubber hit the road, they had to have those skills, right? They had to have those skills. So that's kind of what it's actually about. Sorry. Yeah, and we're doing this fall we've got an intermediate river canoe course coming in September. We just added that course. But if you haven't taken intro canoeing and you don't have some pretty solid skills, it's probably not the course for you. But if you are pretty good on rivers and stuff like that and you want to take it up a notch, that would be a course for you. And some people here have been through our intro stuff. And if you've been through the intro stuff, then you can take it to the next level here in September. And then later at the end of September at our property, we're having a invitation open house type thing called Larch March. And we do it then because we have lots of larch or tamarack trees at our property, and it's golden and it's beautiful, and you can come and you can camp, you can come for the day and hang out. And we just have spontaneous walks and things like that. There's nothing formal, but it's an invitation to come and see our place and hang out and bump into other people. Yeah.
Where can we find more information about that?
NatureAliveAdventures.com.
And that's what date again?
It's the last weekend in September.
29th,
Okay.
30th, and October 1st.
Yeah. Open house if you want to come and see what we're doing close up. So.
Where are you guys at?
Thanks, Dale.
Frostbite Winter Camping Symposium is happening again every 9th year. So we are the first winter camping symposium in Canada. We actually do hands-on skills. We don't do
I'm in program development for the Alberta Center for Trapping and Bushcraft, and it's a pleasure working. Thank you guys for hosting. We work with many different instructors. I'm certainly not the expert, but I'm learning from some great people. I do programs in schools, so if you're a homeschooling group or whatever, I come and talk about bushcraft, do some little presentations, talk about, in schools especially, about the importance that trapping plays in conservation. For some students, not so much maybe the people here, it's a hard thing to wrap your head around, but we also do have some amazing instructors like Rusty, who you met here, who brings a real different background, just an amazing instructor. And Candace is coming out tomorrow if you feel like making a trip and doing some more mushrooms out in our way. So, what's that? And baskets in November. So basically, just like here, I think it's really important sharing moments like this in the bush with amazing instructors, and that's what we're trying to do. Create moments, doesn't matter the age or ability, to just share in activities in nature. And we have trapping things, but we also have all the bushcraft things. If you go to Alberta Center for Trapping and Bushcraft or the Alberta Trappers Association, you can click on bushcraft courses. There's a lot of stuff there, but yeah, just give us a call if you have anything that you'd like to try. We're open and have some great instructors. So thanks, you guys.
Beaver River Bushcraft. We've got a basic land nav course going on unfortunately, the 23rd of September. It's a one-day, it's a long day, but it's a one-day course. We're up in Cold Lake, so if any of you are close to it, feel free. And on October the 14th and 15th, we have the 24-hour dollar store survival outing. So you've got $15 at the dollar store, and whatever you buy, you got to make 24 hours.
What about inflation? I mean, come on, man.
It was 13 when we did it. When you were at that time, it was 13. I made it 15 now, because everything's $1.25 now. And well, when Brian came out that year, the record was $7. I did it on $7.
Awesome.
So it's a lot of fun. It's pretty informal, and once you got yourself set up, we just kind of pass skills around, and you know, you're there for 24 hours. So you can get me on beaverbushcraft.com. You can get me on Facebook. Thank you.
So, last year I wasn't here, so if some of you guys were here, you probably tell me how this went down. But Brian McBride, an absolute legend in our community, decided that I was worthy enough to receive this award, which on the plaque itself says the Bushcraft Silver Axe Award for skillful and selfless assistance to others. I don't know what I did, but I ended up with this.
You're here.
I got the news from Kel and Paul that I received this. I was quite shocked and didn't understand why, but the idea is that as time goes on every year, this would get passed down to somebody that I felt, or as a group of people, we would feel that would deserve an award like this. I can look in this crowd and there's a ton of people that deserve it and will earn it, and I'm sure will have this in their possession. Amazing mantelpiece, and I consider that you should look at it. So the person that I thought of immediately that deserved it better than I did at the time of getting the news has selflessly, and I mean selflessly, shared all of his information over the years. And not only has he selflessly shared that information, he does it on any time of day, any time of night, and I've seen it over and over again. Sitting around a fire, a former student, send him a picture of a mushroom, and he'll respond with not just like, oh, this is the mushroom. He'll take them through the process of identifying that mushroom so they earn the skill, the plant, the mushroom, whatever that skill is. It is the most selfless thing I've ever seen. For the 10 years that I've known this person, it's like that consistently. And he doesn't just teach you something, he develops you. And that development isn't just in bushcraft. It transfers to life, business, being a good person, ethics. And honestly, it's an easy win. The funny part about it is the axe. Because this person and I have had the single-handed approach of destroying each other's axe at least once. I destroyed this person's axe making half rounds on this very picnic table. Brian helped me file out the axe, and this person used an axe that was gifted to us. We got an axe, and we were supposed to write a review on the axe. Turns out this person can make a camp and take brush, rocks, roots, rocks, and make it, seemingly, this axe withstood for the rest of the 2-week trip. So pretty cool, actually. So I really don't see, for me personally, anybody that's helped me self-grow, and I'm sure the people in this crowd self-grow, and not only if he hasn't helped you grow, he's been a part of your growing ability in some way or another. And I truly believe that Kelly Harlton it's an axe. Sorry. Get the book with me. And I'll get a little sticker that's in there. Else knows it. Join with them. They're right?
No, if I forget the words, they can help me out. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Been a while since I said it. Okay. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mouth forego. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that makes your blood run cold. The northern lights I've seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake Labarge. I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the blossoms bloom and blows, why he left his home in the south to roam. God only knows. She was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, and he often said, in his homely way, he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail, talk of the cold to park a foe, and stabbed like a driven nail. If we held our breath, our lashes froze, and sometimes we couldn't see. There wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. That very night, as we lay packed tight in our robe beneath the snow, the dogs were fed, the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. He turns to me and Stacy, I'll cash in this strip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking you not to refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low, I couldn't say no. And he said with a sort of a moan, this cursed cold, it got right home, and I'm chilled clear through to the bone.
All's lost need is a thing to eat.
We started on at the streak of dawn. Oh gosh, how ghastly dear. He was crouched on his sleigh, and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, the corpse was all the remains of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried forward living. With a corpse half hid, I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. He was lashed to his leg, but he seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brain, but you promise true. It's up to you to make those last remains. A promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern cold. In the days to come, my lips were numb, in my heart how I cursed that load. In that long night, the lone firelight, the huskies round in the rain. Oh, to the wolves, to the lonesome snow. Oh God, how I love that place. And every day that quiet place seemed heavier and heavier grow. And on I went, the dogs were spent, the grub was getting low. The trail was bad, I seemed half mad, but I swore I would not give in, and it often sing to that hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake Labarge, a delicate little lake. It was jammed in the ice. I saw it twice. It was called the Youngest Maid. I looked at it. I thought of it. Then I looked at my frozen chum. And here, say I, with a sudden cry, is my glory. Some planks I found on the cabin floor, and I lit up over fire. Some coal I found lying around, and I heaped that fuel high. The flames soared, the furnace roars, such a blaze you seldom see. And I burrowed a hole in that glowing coal, and I stuck it. Then I made a hike I did not want to see him sizzle so. And the heavens scowl, the huskies howl, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheek. I do not know why, but the greasy smoke in an empty throat and sweeping down the sky. I do not know how long in that snow I wrestled with grizzly fear, but the stars came out and they danced about. I gained, I ventured near. I was sick with dread, I bravely said, I'll just take a peek inside. I guess he's cooked. This time I knocked, and the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm in the heart of that furnace roar. He wore a smile, you could see a mile. And he said, please close that door. It's fine in here. I greatly fear you'll let in that cold and that storm. Since I left some tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. Yes, the strange sun, that midnight sun, by the men who now forgo the Arctic trail, shall be secret tale. The northern lights I've seen clear sight, but the queerest I ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labar. I cremated Sam